Recording.
Hey guys, Evans here
Sean.
from Seeing You Fit, where fitness is a lifestyle. And the purpose of this video is kind of answer a question one of our clients asked recently. Just so you guys know, here at Seeing You Fit we do both personal training as well as a service called metabolic coaching. And in metabolic coaching, we design your workouts for you and our nutritionists design your exercise plan for you. So it is a program where you can have a program designed and you execute it outside of Seeing You Fit. And then you do your follow-ups and everything every 2 weeks with your coach. Sean actually runs the program design for personal training or for the exercise side with metabolic coaching. So the question was asked is, how do you find a good workout partner? So I figured we could freestyle. That's the way I like to do it instead of scripting things out all the time. So I'll let you talk and then we kind of bounce off one another.
Okay. Well, my previous experience with finding a workout partner has been challenging at times due to the fact there's a lot of different variables that come to finding out a workout partner. One, you have to find someone who's on your skill level. Two, time availability plays a part. If I'm available Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and you're only available Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, obviously we can't work out. Goals. If we have the same type of goals, if I'm gaining weight or like to gain weight and build muscle, and you want to lose fat and tone up, it's going to be challenging for us to live together because we have two different goals in mind and we're going down two different paths. Four, level of intensity. Different people work at different levels of intensity.
So let's rewind a little bit and let's talk a little clearer on skills. What do you mean by skills?
Well, let's break it down to beginner, intermediate, and advanced. You have a lot of people who just come into the fitness world who are beginners. They don't know a lot of the proper technique. And if you're going to lift with somebody, and say if I'm coming on and somebody asks me, hey, can I lift with you? And they're a beginner, I'm really going to have to coach them on proper technique so they don't get injured. If they're advanced, like me and yourself, then we can just fly through the workout. Little coaching cues here and there. Hey, straighten your back out, watch your form, things like this, and we can listen to your coaching cues and immediately fix it mid-set.
And just to slow down, because Sean is talking up here. What he means is, when he says to me, watch your form, I automatically know in that particular exercise how my body should be fixed to properly execute that. Versus if I'm training someone brand new and I say, watch your form, that doesn't mean anything, So the longer you train and the more advanced someone is, and time training doesn't necessarily mean advancement in skill level. We have clients that's been training longer than we've been living, but they've been training incorrectly. So even though they have length of time, it doesn't mean they have the skills in order to execute properly. So when you don't have someone that has the same skill level, you wind up being their trainer instead of training with them, and that takes away from the intensity that you can hold or the enjoyment that you can have, unless you're just practicing to be a personal trainer. But that's what winds up happening. You wind up being their trainer. The other side of skills is the ability to spot correctly. So there's a confidence that I can have in lifting weight and pushing myself because I know my trainers know how to catch the weight if I'm failing, or do the protective things to ensure I don't get injured. And if I don't have that confidence, either when I'm training by myself or with someone else, then I'm not going to really push my body to the intensity that I'd like to create the results that I really want. So that's a big thing. As he talked about the first thing with skills, and then on the time, it's more than just Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's the same time of day. With I have 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock available, and you can meet me at 8 o'clock. And depending on how your disciplines are, if I'm ready to train at 4, I'm ready to train at 4. Not 4:10, not 4:15, 4 o'clock. So you're really looking for someone with the same values when it comes to respecting time and similar in the same type of schedule, that it's an appointment on your calendar, just like we do when we personally train clients. They know their appointment time is this time. They show up 5 minutes early. The trainer's ready and they get trained. So that helps you, because if you wind up working out with someone who, falls, off, hey, I can't miss this, something came up, you understand, I have children, and I have children too, so I'm empathetic to that. But for the purpose of training, you lose your mojo. You know, even if you go in that day by yourself, there's an excitement and enthusiasm you have when you're training with someone versus when you expected to train with someone and now you're alone.
And also go back to the skill level. If you're advanced or if I'm advanced and I'm working out with somebody that's not advanced and they're a beginner, it's probably not as also fun for them because I'm taking it way more serious than they are. You know, occasionally I would like to compete. You know, I do lifting for a living. I love it. So when I do lift, I do take it seriously. Some people just want to do it because they love it, get out the house, relieve stress, and that's all good. But you have to find somebody else who like Ms. Evans says, values lifting the same way. If I take it seriously, you probably not want to lift with me and be joking around laughing because I'm not going to joke around. Joke around and laugh while I'm lifting.
It took us like 3 weeks for him to get his headphones out of his head, ears to lift with us. So yeah, he takes it way serious. But if you just want to have a good time in the gym, you find someone who wants to have a good time in the gym with you. The biggest thing is that you guys have to commit together to accomplish it and the goal. And then you have to figure out whose plan are you following. Because, like he said, that your goals are going to determine what your program design looks like. So many times, even we have clients right now that have a buddy system and they work out with their friend, and if the client's being coached by us, then their friend is really following our program designed for that client. You know, so we don't really care about, you know, what was hot on TV and what you saw in the infomercial. You know, as experts, we're going to tell you, hey, this is what the best thing is for you. And we want you to enjoy it and everything else, but that's designed for you. So that's also something else that's really, really important. Biggest thing I see, though, is accountability. And I'll wrap it up with this. As long as you stay accountable to someone along the journey, you're going to have success and have fun and get that commitment. But it is tough. It's hard. I wouldn't, or challenging, forgive me, to find someone with the same schedule, motivation, intensity. When I decided I wanted to get healthy, it was me, TJ, and Dr. Calvin Wilson, and we was at his basement, and we had an appointment at 2:30 every Monday, every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Because that's just the way his schedule afforded, and that was our appointment. If you said, hey, Evans, can you meet me at 3 o'clock at 2:30 on Monday? It was on my calendar, it was an appointment, and that's how I ended up getting healthy, was I had an appointment scheduled to work out. You know, there was no excuses, you know. I mean, rarely, and probably in a 2-year clip, we probably rescheduled about 4 appointments in that 2-year time frame because it was such a priority. So I'm not saying there has to be 4 appointments in 2 years, but once you start missing, you got to figure out you and the man in the mirror. You or your coach that were, you know, from here. Let us be your accountability system to help you reach your goals. So, any closing thoughts you have?
Nope.
Cool. So with that, hopefully it helps you identify some tools. You know, I know some people only train here twice a week and they want to hit the gym, you know, 2 times or 3 times separate from that, and you're looking for someone to help you with that. The best thing is someone with the same kind of culture and belief system. So again, I'm Evans, this is Sean. We're at Seeing You Fit, where fitness is a lifestyle, and look forward to helping you guys soon.